The dawn of the prehistoric world breaks over a land where the scale of life is terrifyingly vast. In the heart of a primordial basin where the humidity is a thick veil and trees are pillars.
Prehistoric creatures navigate a world that was never meant for them, moving through the high wetland grass.
They are unaware they are treading across the hunting grounds of a nightmare existing since the dinosaurs fell.
The air suddenly grows still to the constant chatter of prehistoric birds, cutting off as if silenced by hands.
There is no wind, yet the water is rippling in a rhythmic and heavy pattern from below.
From the depths, a shadow begins to rise, a shape so immense it defies the natural logic of world.
The Titanoboa emerges, its head alone larger than a man, its scales shimmering with oily predator luster.
It does not hiss, it simply breathes a low, wet sound, sending a chill through the marrow. The ambush is instantaneous, with power that displaces hundreds of gallons of water towards the muddy bank. Creatures scatter with practiced precision, while the serpent makes a move that feels like a falling mountain.
A rival thrusts forward, but the weapon merely skids off the serpent's thick and muscular armored hide.
The snake sweeps its massive tail across the mud, leveling the small trees and sending others diving.
As the serpent coils its 60-foot body into a towering spire of muscle, a counterattack. They use the dense jungle weaving between the thick trunks to confuse the snake's heat-sensing pits.
One group begins to shout, drawing the monster's attention away from the elders and the younger animals. The Titanoboa strikes at the noise, and its jaws crushing a massive rock where a hunter stood recently.
Meanwhile, another group prepares a trap, frantically sharpening stakes and lashing them together with jungle vines.
The battle moves into a narrow canyon where the walls of earth offer a slim defense chance.
Animals climb the steep banks, raining down heavy stones onto the giant serpent thrashing in the canyon.
The Titanoboa thrashes in fury, its massive body slamming against the canyon walls, causing small landslides today.
Prehistoric creatures watch in awe as the snake rises up its body, seemingly endless and cold-hungry. As the sun begins to set, casting a blood-red glow, the humans drive the serpent toward. With a final push, they collapse a ledge of boulders onto the monster's tail, pinning it momentarily.
The Titanoboa lets out a sound, half hiss and half roar, a vibration shaking the very ground.
They stand at the edge of the cliff looking down at the trapped and very angry Titan. They have won the first encounter, but the serpent's eyes tell them the hunt has just begun.
This is only the beginning of a war that will echo through the ages of ancient history.
Under the cover of night, the massive snake uses its raw strength to free itself from rocks.
It slithers back into the shadows, leaving a massive trail in the mud of the jungle floor.
From the safety of high branches, other animals watch the apex predator return to its dark domain.
Reaching the water's edge, and the Titanoboa slides back into the depths of the black and silent lake.
The moon reflects off the surface, showing no signs of the monster that lurks beneath the water. First light reveals the destruction of the battle, with flattened trees and deep groupies in the earth.
A giant dragonfly lands on a broken branch as the prehistoric world continues its cycle of life.
In the distance, the giants of the land move across the basin in search of fresh vegetation.
The heat of the day begins to rise as the jungle continues to grow around the ruins.
The massive trail leads deeper into the forest, where the trees are even larger and more dense.
The Titanoboa is seen basking in a clearing its body, reflecting the golden light of the sun.
A giant lizard watches from a rock, its tongue flickering to sense the presence of the predator. The snake opens its mouth in a wide yawn, showing rows of sharp, recurved teeth for all.
A prehistoric bird lands on the snake's back to pick off insects in a rare, peaceful moment.
The snake shifts, and the bird takes flight, disappearing into the high jungle canopy once again today.
Afternoon clouds gather, and light rain begins to fall on the hot and humid jungle floor below.
The Titanoboa slides off the rock and heads toward a submerged cave system near the river's edge.
Entering the dark cave, and the water level rises as its massive body enters the hidden subterranean space.
Inside the cave, the Titanoboa coils around a pillar to rest in the dark and cold.
A giant crab walks across the floor, scavenging for food near the resting snake's massive head.
The snake's eye opens briefly to watch the crab, before closing again in a very deep sleep.
Outside, the river current flows strongly, carrying debris toward the primordial ocean at the world's edge. Small dinosaurs drink from the river, staying far away from the dark and mysterious cave entrance today.
The sun sets, and the jungle becomes alive with the sounds of nocturnal and prehistoric life forms. A giant bird glides silently through the trees, its talons ready for a small and quick meal. It heads toward a different part of the basin, searching for larger prey in the dark night. The snake finds sleeping herbivores and begins to circle them with silent and very deadly precision now. It strikes one animal, coiling its body around it instantly to begin the powerful and deadly constriction.
The other animals wake up and flee into the dark, and their calls echoing through the quiet valley.
The Titanoboa consumes its meal slowly as the moon travels across the star-filled and vast sky.
First light appears, and the snake is full, heading toward a secure place to digest its meal.
It finds a hollow under a massive, rotted log and disappears inside out of the morning sun.
A giant millipede walks over the log, and its many legs moving in a mesmerizing and rhythmic pattern.
The jungle is now fully awake, and the heat is once again becoming thick and very heavy.
Small dinosaurs play in a clearing, unaware of the giants that rule this ancient and dangerous valley.
Kong is seen in the distance walking along a high ridge as he surveys his territory once.
He lets out a roar that can be heard for miles, a reminder of his own power.
The Titanoboa hears the roar in its hollow and shifts its body, but does not emerge yet.
Pterosaurs glide over the clearing, their shadows, passing over the small dinosaurs playing below them in the sun.
The small dinosaurs freeze and then run for cover as the shadows pass over their heads today.
Afternoon heat is at its peak, and the jungle is quiet as most creatures find some shade.
The Titanoboa emerges from the log and heads back toward the river for a cool swim today.
It enters the water and swims toward the middle of the river, its body moving like silk.
A giant crocodile watches from the bank but does not challenge the massive giant snake today at.
The snake swims past and disappears around a bend in the river, heading toward the delta now.
The river current is strong, and carries the snake toward a vast and prehistoric swampy coastline today. It reaches the coastline and enters the brackish water of the swamp, searching for some new prey.
A giant prehistoric fish is snatched from the water by the snake's lightning-fast and deadly strike.
The snake consumes the fish and then heads back toward the safety of the deep jungle today.
The sun sets over the swamp, and the sky is filled with the colors of the evening.
The Titanoboa finds a secure spot in a grove of mangroves and settles in for the night.
A giant crab walks past the snake's head but is ignored by the predator for now today.
The moon rises over the swamp, and the water reflects the silver light of the prehistoric night.
The Titanoboa's scales shimmer in the moonlight as it rests in the safety of the mangroves today.
Small nocturnal mammals forage in the mangroves, staying far away from the giant and very deadly snake. The snake remains perfectly still, and its breathing is slow and steady in the humid night air.
The first light of dawn appears on the horizon, and the snake wakes up to start day.
It heads back toward the river and swims upstream toward the primordial basin where it first started.
The journey is long, and the snake passes many different prehistoric environments along the river's long path.
It reaches the primordial basin and enters the Blackwater Lake, where it first emerged from the depths.
The snake dives down and disappears into the dark water, returning to its secret and ancient home.
The surface of the lake is now calm and quiet once again, as the moon rises above. The cycle of the prehistoric world continues, as the giants remain the rulers of their ancient kingdom.
The war between titans will echo through the ages, as the hunt remains a constant in nature.